chosen one. You've been carrying this quiet weight in your soul, haven't you? That strange tension between being hopeful and being tired, between waiting and wondering if your time will ever come. You've been faithful, praying when no one else saw you, sacrificing when no one even noticed, helping others build while your own hands felt empty. And lately, it feels like God has gone silent, but deep inside, something's been stirring. You can feel it. You don't have proof, but you have a pull. You don't have answers, but you sense alignment. And that's not your imagination. That's the Spirit whispering to you. There's a door about to open, and it's not for everyone. See, God has been working behind the scenes in ways you couldn't see, orchestrating connections, protecting you from counterfeit opportunities, and hiding you from people who only wanted to drain your destiny. You thought you were being rejected, but you were actually being redirected. You thought the silence meant delay, but it was really divine preparation. God didn't forget you, He was refining you. And now you're stepping into the season where everything begins to make sense. But not in the way you expected. This isn't a flashy announcement. This is a secret door, a divine opening. And to most people, it won't even look like a breakthrough. That's why it's dangerous to talk too soon. This $80,000 door, whether it's a job, a calling, an opportunity, a sudden increase, a restoration, is disguised as something ordinary. But its impact will be extraordinary. You've grown so much in this hidden place that you don't even realize how ready you are. You don't just want the blessing anymore. You want to be the kind of person who carries it with integrity. And that's why this door is for you and not for everyone. You've passed tests they didn't see. You've healed wounds they didn't know existed. And now God is trusting you with something bigger than money. The $80,000 is symbolic. It represents provision, stability, abundance, legacy, and confirmation. But it comes with a condition: keep it quiet. Don't broadcast what God is building in you just yet. Not because you're ashamed, but because some people are only present to sabotage what they don't understand. Protect what God is growing. Move in silence. Because this door is sacred. You've walked through seasons where you gave your all and got nothing in return, but that wasn't punishment, it was pruning. God was cutting off the people, habits, and fears that couldn't come with you. That's why it hurt. That's why it felt lonely. And that's why now you're about to walk into something you don't even feel qualified for. But God chose you anyway. You need to hear this. Your name has already been spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your value has already been seen by people you've never met. Your obedience in secret has prepared the stage for a public shift. And when it comes, don't be surprised when the very people who ignored you start asking how you did it. But remember, this wasn't luck. This was God. You didn't chase it. You aligned for it. You didn't force it. You waited for it. And now it's here. Quietly. Powerfully. Suddenly. That's the nature of God's doors. They swing open when you least expect them, and they change everything without needing permission from anyone. But here's your warning: don't get distracted by the noise around you. Not everyone can handle your breakthrough. Not everyone has the capacity to celebrate your elevation. That's why God is telling you to stay hidden a little longer. Not in fear, but in wisdom. Because premature exposure can kill what God intended to grow in private. So if you've been seeing signs, repeating numbers, divine dreams, sudden clarity, or strange shifts in your circle, that's not a coincidence. That's confirmation. The $80,000 door is real. And it's closer than you think. But will you be quiet enough to hear the instructions? Will you be humble enough to carry it without flaunting it? Will you be wise enough to discern who gets access to this new chapter? This is your test before the blessing. And you're passing it by choosing silence, obedience, and trust. Just know this: God didn't bring you this far to leave you halfway. The same God who whispered, "Wait," is now whispering, "Walk." And when you do, everything changes. Quietly. Completely. Permanently. Don't be afraid. Don't look back. Just move. This door was tailor-made for you. And the best part? You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. Your fruit will speak louder than your words ever could. Stay close to God. Stay quiet in the crowd. And stay ready, because what's coming next doesn't need applause. It just needs your yes. And if this is speaking to you, if this feels like God is talking directly to you, then you already know. This door is yours. The silence was for a reason. The delay was divine. The setup is perfect. And the shift has already begun. Don't miss what's next. And don't stop here, because in part 2, I'm about to tell you exactly why some people were removed, and how the door God is opening will not only bless you, but free your whole bloodline. And now you understand why certain people were suddenly removed from your life. It wasn't rejection, it was divine protection, because God knew what was on the other side of this $80,000 door couldn't be shared with just anyone, and as painful as the disconnection felt, it was a setup for clarity, for alignment, for spiritual maturity. Because when you're marked for elevation, you can't afford contamination. And the truth is, some people were never meant to see the version of you God is now revealing, so they had to exit before the breakthrough, before the announcement, before the blessing took form. Because if they stayed, they would have poisoned the promise with their opinions, envy, doubt, or small thinking. But God said no, not this time, not with this door. This door is holy, this opportunity is heavy with generational weight. This is the door that breaks chains in your bloodline, shifts your mindset permanently, and launches you into rooms you only prayed about. And here's the deeper truth. This door is not just about you getting $80,000, it's about you becoming the kind of person who can carry legacy. Because when God opens a financial door, He's not just thinking about your comfort, He's thinking about your character, your calling, your children, your impact, and your influence. And you may not have grown up around wealth. You may have been overlooked, mocked, or misunderstood. But none of that disqualifies you from walking into supernatural provision. When God says it's time, because this blessing is not about your background, it's about your obedience. And that's why God trusted you with this level of pressure before promotion, loneliness before legacy, pruning before power. Because He saw that even when things didn't make sense, you still stayed, still prayed, still believed. And now it's harvest time. But listen to me, you must move with wisdom now, because when God gives you increase, He also gives you insight, and that means not every celebration is sincere, not every smile is safe, and not every opportunity is from God. And if you're not discerning, you'll walk through a door that looks right but was sent to delay you. But not this time, because this time God is giving you clarity like never before. He's opening your spiritual eyes, training your instincts, and helping you recognize what's sent and what's sent to distract. Because the enemy doesn't attack the broken. He attacks the blooming, and right now you are blooming. Financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. So don't be surprised when warfare rises as confirmation. Don't be shaken when people resurface pretending to cheer but only want to monitor your movement. Because when God hides your process and reveals your promise, some people won't handle the difference well. But that's not your concern. You're not here to explain favor. You're here to steward it, protect it, multiply it, and walk in it boldly and silently. Because this $80,000 door was marked for you before you were even born. And it's not a coincidence you're hearing this message. It's confirmation that what you've been sensing is real. That feeling that something big is coming. That quiet knowing that your season is shifting. That undeniable sense that you're not who you used to be even if people around you try to treat you like you haven't changed. And here's the part that will make your spirit leap. God is not just giving you more money, He's giving you more meaning, not just more favor, but more focus, more discernment, more wisdom to manage the next level so you never return to survival mode again. And the way He's doing it is unusual. It's silent, it's sacred, and it's sealed for those who understand that not everything must be announced to be real, that not every miracle comes with a trumpet sound. Sometimes it comes wrapped in a regular moment. In a quiet shift, in an unexpected yes, in a late-night email, in a conversation. That seems random, but unlocks everything. And that's how God works. He rewards the quiet, consistent, obedient soul who didn't quit when quitting made sense. And now, as this door opens, you'll see favor flow from places you never applied. Resources will come from unexpected hands. People will start blessing you not because you asked but because heaven touched their heart to honor you. and when it happens, I want you to smile. Not out of pride, but out of peace, because now you know why it was so hard. Now you understand why the waiting room felt like a wilderness, because God wasn't punishing you, He was preparing you, and now, the preparation is meeting the promise, the process is meeting the provision, the delay is meeting the destiny. And if you receive this word in your soul right now, I want you to do something bold. Declare in the comments, "This word was for me. I received my $80,000 door." Quietly, fully, faithfully. Say it out loud and write it down, because there's power in your confession, there's movement in your agreement, and when you engage with what God is saying, you activate what heaven is releasing. So don't scroll past this, don't ignore what your spirit is confirming. This message found you for a reason, and it wasn't by chance. You've been marked for this moment, and I need you to be wise enough to protect what God is doing, but bold enough to walk through the door when He says move, because it's opening now and it's yours. And if this message resonated with your soul, if you felt like every word was tailor-made for your story, for your situation, for your secret prayers, then this is your moment, and I invite you to subscribe to this channel where we deliver nothing but spirit-led, soul-shifting, truth-filled revelations for chosen ones like you. And before you leave, comment your story, share your confirmation, let us know. What is God shifting in your life right now? What door do you believe is opening? We read every comment, we pray with you, and we walk with you, because you are not alone. You're aligned, you're chosen, you're rising, and your next level is already here.